Have you ever heard of forever chemicals? Hello there, this is Dr. K. Paul Stoller, and this video is about a forever chemical called PFAS, synthetic compounds found in drinking water, food packaging, cookware, clothing, even makeup. And here's the alarming part. A new study shows they may be raising your risk of type 2 diabetes. Researchers at Mount Sinai in New York followed thousands of patients. They found that people with higher PFAS levels in their blood were about 31% more likely to develop diabetes. To get these results, scientists analyzed blood samples from nearly 200 people, measuring more than 650 metabolic markers. They discovered PFAS disrupt metabolism, throwing off amino acid balance and drug processing. That disruption can set off a chain reaction that leads to diabetes. According to lead researcher Dr. Vishal Midya, PFAS levels can predict diabetes risk up to 5 years before diagnosis, even in people who seemed healthy. So why are they called forever chemicals? PFAS are built with one of the strongest chemical bonds in nature. Once they get into your body, they can stick around for years or even decades, continuing to affect how your body works. One chemical in particular, PFOS, was the biggest contributor to diabetes risk. It's been used in firefighting foam, stain-resistant fabrics, and upholstery. These chemicals have not been phased out, despite what you may hear. Even when one PFAS gets banned, companies often replace it with a short-chain PFAS, or another chemical in the same family. These newer PFAS break down a little faster, but they're still persistent, bioaccumulative, and potentially toxic. That is what happened with DDT. It gets banned from general use only, but then Big Chem starts selling dicafol, which is the exact same DDT molecule, but for an extra oxygen and hydrogen atom. Here's the bigger issue. Nearly 98% of Americans already have PFAS in their blood. The Mount Sinai team is now expanding their research to over 1,000 people to understand how risk varies across age, sex, and ethnicity. In the meantime, what can you do? While PFAS are hard to avoid completely, you can lower exposure. Forever chemicals may be all around us, but understanding the risks and reducing exposure where possible is a step toward protecting your health.